The movie begins with the Justice League launching a counterattack against Darkseid's home world after his two failed attempts at conquering Earth. The Teen Titans are assigned to defend the Earth. Superman decided that it was best to take the fight to the Darkseid. But many members question his decision. Flash asks Superman to consider the repercussions of an all-out war with Darkseid. But Superman decides to carry out his all-out war. But, unfortunately for the Justice League, Darkseid has spied on the inside through Cyborg. After the attack is launched, the Justice League quickly finds themselves overwhelmed by paradigms, genetic hybrid creatures made from parademons and Doomsday from Superman's DNA. Most of the superheroes are quickly annihilated. The surviving members are forced into the Darkseid's experiments or slavery. 2 years have passed, and Cyborg is mind wiped and implanted to serve as a supercomputer to control the Darkseid's army. Batman is brainwashed into a loyal servant and the Darkseid's right-hand man. Wonder Woman has turned into a cyborg herself and is now one of the Darkseid's new forays, alongside Martian Manhunter, Starfire, and Hawkman. Flash is forced to power the apocalypse by continuously running on some sort of treadmill. Finally, Superman is injected with liquid kryptonite, which renders him powerless. Darkseid has deployed devices called Reapers to mine the Earth's core. Meanwhile, at a local pub in downtown London, John Constantine and Etrigan the Slayer drown themselves in sorrow and alcohol. Superman and Raven entered the pub to ask Constantine for help casting a spell to locate Batman's son, Damian Wayne. Parademons attack the Justice League at the pub. After defeating the Parademons, Raven breaks down because she struggles to keep Trigon imprisoned. Constantine reluctantly agrees to help redeem himself after being called a coward for fleeing the apocalypse and leaving Zatanna to die. Constantine uses his ability to track Damian back to an outpost where Shiva and her ninja guard him. Damian greets Superman by attacking him, but Damian stops his aggression after seeing Raven fall to her knees. Damian tells Superman about the consequences of his decision. Many heroes have died. He shows them Dick Gordon, aka Nightwing, who became crazy after being revived in the Lazarus Pit. Superman asks Damian to help free Batman from Darkseid control. So Damian reluctantly agrees to help after Raven convinces him. Superman and the team go to Stryker Island to recruit Lois Lane, who fights Harley Quinn in the arena. After the match, Lois successfully recruits the Suicide Squad to join Superman. Afterward, Damian takes Raven to the infirmary to rest. Then he confesses his love for her. Raven apologizes for not following him because she is worried that her father will harm Robin. Lois plots a plan on how to infiltrate LexCorp and use the portal to get to the apocalypse and destroy it. At the same time, the surviving heroes must lure out the parademons. Constantine points out that no one can stand up to the Darkseid, but Lois reveals that she has an inside man who gives her well. The attack will happen when the Darkseid leaves to fight the insurgency. The mission begins when the Suicide Squad infiltrates LexCorp while Darkseid is away. The remaining heroes attack the Reapers. Lois fears that it won't be enough to lure parademons out. Constantine casts his magic to call out Swamp Thing and convinces him to attack the last Reaper. Given that, he too will be extinct if Darkseid can successfully steal the planet's core. Meanwhile, The Suicide Squad fights Lex Luthor in an exoskeleton suit. When Lex Luthor defeats Damian, Raven loses control and tears Lex Luthor's armor apart. After Superman has brought Raven back to her senses, Luthor reveals that he has been working secretly with Lois. Back at the Reapers battlefront, the remaining heroes are slowly being slaughtered by the parademons. Superman and the others decide to use this opportunity to teleport the apocalypse and arrive safely, using the boom tube. Brainwashed Batman notices the unauthorized use of the boom tube. Luthor explains that they are having a power surge. Meanwhile, Superman is attacked by the cybernetic Wonder Woman, the Martian Manhunter, Hawkman, Starfire, and Mara. Wonder Woman overpowers Etrigan the Slayer and kills him. After losing his friend, Constantine uses the lasso of truth to free Wonder Woman from Darkseid control. After regaining her consciousness, Wonder Woman stays behind to fight off the Furies and give others the opportunity to advance. Superman and the team continue their mission to destroy the power generators and stop Darkseid from returning. It turns out that Flash has been attached to the generators, where he must run non-stop on the treadmills. Superman rips the generator into pieces to save Flash. Damian is concerned that they won't be able to stop Darkseid from returning, but Constantine tells them to continue their mission. Meanwhile, Darkseid has single-handedly destroyed the entire Green Lantern Corporation. He then orders Batman to teleport Earth's magma to Oa to set an example for disobedience. Batman then informs Darkseid about Luthor's betrayal. Darkseid then teleports back to the apocalypse to handle Superman and the others. Superman travels deep into Darkseid space and later comes across Cyborg, who is fully integrated into the Darkseid source wall. Constantine casts his magic to free Cyborg from Darkseid's control. With Cyborg free from being controlled, the Furies also regain their consciousness, just seconds before finishing off Wonder Woman. By now, Darkseid has returned. Superman pinches the Darkseid but is quickly counterattacked. Damian tries to talk to Batman, but when talking fails, he challenges Batman to a duel. Batman defeats Damian and has him on his knees. When Batman was about to finish off Damian, he flashed back and saw his younger self in Damian. After regaining consciousness, Batman throws the sword at Darkseid, but Darkseid fires a laser back at him. Damian steps in to protect Batman and dies covering for his dad. Seeing Damian die, Raven feels so devastated that she cannot keep Trigon trapped. Raven passes out. Constantine then offers his body as a vessel for Trigon. But Trigon has other plans. He takes Superman's body instead. Trigon pushes the liquid kryptonite out of Superman's body, thus restoring his powers. Trigon then attacks Darkseid, but not before killing Constantine. Trigon claims that there can only be one god to rule them all. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the Suicide Squad has a showdown with Parademon to fight over who will take control of the boom tube. With Luthor's help, they manage to defeat several parademons with kryptonite weapons. But soon they are overwhelmed by the demons. Lois and the Suicide Squad decide to initiate the self-destruct system. While Trigon fights Darkseid, Lois transmits her final message to Superman just seconds before LexCorp explodes. Lois's death freed Superman from Trigon's control. Darkseid uses this opportunity to trap Trigon in the glass ball. After regaining his full strength, Superman pummels Darkseid for taking everything away from him. Meanwhile, Constantine is brought to the afterlife, where he meets Santana. Feeling that he has already done enough, he is ready to die. Santana says that it's not his time yet. He must go back to help his friends. It's his destiny. Later, he wakes up alive. Raven holds Damian's body in her arms and confesses her love to him. She uses the last of her powers to bring Damian back to life. Constantine comes up with a plan. He combines his magic with Raven to give Trigon a physical body to fight Darkseid. While Trigon keeps Darkseid busy, Cyborg teleports parademons back to the apocalypse. Although the heroes are finally victorious, the Earth has lost too much. Batman reveals that the Earth has lost a third of its core. The slightest change can freeze or burn everything on Earth. Batman fears that this is not the end of devastating death of Earth's population. Constantine has an idea. He wants to Flash to reset the timeline and uses his knowledge to change the world. Flash agrees to try and successfully reset the timeline, leaving their future unknown at the hand of fate.
Please subscribe.